I'm sure you need both of them.
Yeah, I need both of them. I need both of them.
Here. Here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my live. I don't like how little these are. Let me get my sage and my incense, and then we can get this show on the road. So, we're gonna do some messages for all the signs. It could be a message from another person. It could be a message from your guides. It could be a message from whoever. Whatever's clever. I don't make the messages, and I'll send the messages. I'm the messenger, okay? So don't shoot the messenger. If I could have a little cooperation from my lighter. How's everyone doing? That's gross. Let's see who we should start with. I don't know why I get data notices. Who do we start with? Empress card. So that's technically Libra, Taurus. Nine of Wands and the Magician. Who's the Nine of Wands? It's a fire sign. So that'd be Sagittarius. What are the messages for Sagittarius? You have the Judgment card. Too many. So I feel like there's some kind of... You're trying to make a decision about whether or not you want to stay in a situation with another person, but I think that the message probably would be... You kind of already know the truth about this. You've kind of gathered enough facts. Maybe you're helping too many people. What is your message? I think that if you're waiting for someone to return the favor, those type of people will come into your life. But it really has a lot to do with like how you're loving yourself, how you're caring about yourself. Because it shows and shines through when you help other people. whether or not it's with money, whether or not it's kids. A lot of little kid energy here. But I feel like you're a positive influence to the people around you. Not only that, but you're really healing as well, especially to children. You are kind, gentle, nurturing, and compassionate. Show that love to yourself. And remember to laugh. High Priestess, Knight of Cups. Could literally be anyone. Eight of Pentacles is Virgo. The World card's at the bottom. Then you have the Knights, the Knight of Wands in reverse, Eight of Cups, Hangman, Seven of Wands. There's something that you're holding on to. It's almost like you're blocking whatever creative gifts you have or something because there's something you need to walk away from. There's a need for some of you guys to let go of this past situation that involves looks like a little boy, and protect them. I think that you guys are, but that doesn't mean there's some outside energy where whoever your guys' ex was really fucked you up, I think, and now you're kind of like trying to let it go, I think. But the thing is that you're
Can you get the pizza out? It's done.
they're going to. The thing is whoever you have now, I think, is loyal, or you're loyal and honest, but the problem is, like, don't sell yourself short and not do what you're meant to do because of an old situation. Like, don't let that get to you. There's something from your past that is kind of messing with you right now. There's something to do with health here for some of you guys, maybe the health of a child or your own health. Aiden, it says, being a healer brings great happiness, and not everyone will understand you or your intelligence. You represent the divine comfort and love and compassion. So there's a lot of negative things here from the past, I think, but at the same time, the truth of the matter is, if you're like a stay-at-home mom, or you're working from home, or you're doing something like that, that's what you're meant to be doing. And it's like maybe you're sharpening your abilities in a different way than you normally would have, but it's okay to walk away from what you used to know, because like some of you guys are really stressed out, whatever you used to do for a job or whatever you used to do, and you're like doing what you're supposed to do now. I'm in the middle of a live, so if you guys could chill, that'd be cool.
He's not taking the pizza when it's smells like fun.
Aiden! Three of Pentacles is Capricorn.
Aiden wants to get the pizza out. Mom, Aiden won't get the pizza out.
I think,
Mom.
okay, just wait a second. There's some kind of cycle that isn't ending or hasn't ended because it's like breakup to makeup energy type shit, but it's like, this is a karmic lesson for you. Shh.
Can you get a pizza out
And it has a lot to do with maybe like
Mom?
seeking other people's kind of perspectives. Yes, just wait a second. And I think that there is some type of ending here that you don't really want to accept. And also it's saying something to do with like accepting other people's help or just realizing that someone in this situation gets a lot of attention. I don't know if it's you or the other person you're dealing with, but at the same time, it's like void of emotion almost. And it's weird because it has energy to change, but there's still like a karmic cycle that needs to end here. And then with the Queen of Cups, your intuition, listening to your intuition, especially when it comes to an earth sign, and maybe like what it is that you listen to about like other people have to say, like what is important basically. It says travel and study religion, and it says buffalo spirit. Something to do with the buffalo spirit for some of you guys. Express your talents, optimism, and have patience in the divine plan for your life. Something to do with communication and figuring out the difference between love and lust for some of you guys. Putting an end to karmic cycles. Five of Pentacles is Taurus. Five of Pentacles in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Taurus, you need to be careful about what it is that you're manifesting right now because it's like affecting parts of your life that maybe you don't even realize. Like there's something around some of you guys need to be careful about a car accident too, and that's
And what part do you not get?
like don't drive around a certain time, especially when like around 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock, something like that. There's something that's could happen. Something with the police involved with children for some of you guys. I don't think it's necessarily something to be afraid of, but at the same time, go out of here. It has something to do with your security and like something you're repeating over and over in your life. Some of you guys need to protect something to do with a sibling. You're going to be finding out something about maybe who your guides are or like what the truth in like fiction is in a situation for some of you guys. Some of you guys need to nurture your like feminine energy more in your life because it affects your income and your assets. Pay attention to when your children laugh and realize how much they help you. Someone feels like they owe someone loyalty, or you feel like you owe, either way. You feel like you owe to them, or someone feels like they owe to you. But at the end of the day, this person that you're manifesting or like you can't get rid of is kind of fucked up energy. It's not like you're not honest with them, because I think that you are, but it's like this big appearance about you need to stand up to this energy, whoever it is in your life. And it could be making some of you guys sick. It's definitely affecting like finances. Some of you guys need to get a lawyer. Some of you guys need to take a trip. You have something in your family lineage that has a lot to do with, you have like strong ancestors around you right now, and there's a lot of gossip for some reason. And it's like you don't even know like who you're, it's kind of it's like a call on your life to for one, stop listening to people that really aren't benefiting you. For two, realizing that when it comes to your health and your finances, whoever you choose to have in your life, that you can't get rid of the karmic cycles, maybe working too much, being too stressed out. Thank you, Amanda. That your vision that you have, not only for yourself, but as humanity as a whole, is something that's needed right now. And how you express yourself has a lot to do with who you choose to have around you. And you need to figure that out, for one. And there is something that is with your health right now where you need to kind of figure out, like, maybe starting something new with the health routine, whether it's vitamins, whether it's I mean, this is on a soul level for some of you guys. It's not even just your skin deep. This is bigger than that. And maybe something that has been neglected for a long time. Could have something to do with your anger. Because if you have an imbalance in your brain and you're like unable to control your impulses, it affects the way you perceive your intuition and like how you think about other people, and it's like on the border of paranoia, but not quite. It's like someone else's energy. It's not even yours. The Justice card is Libra. Libra, there's a lesson here in love for you, but there's something with like a father energy. It's like you guys run from this. You run from commitment. You're scared. Some of you guys could have been abused. There's a need to figure out why it is you think the way that you do. You guys are air signs. You're very logical people. You use your brain a lot. But this is figuring out yourself. Why it is that you think certain things about certain things. Maybe they're not true. Maybe you just keep getting yourselves in the same situations, and then like you stop and think like, why is this repeating? You know, there's a need for some of you guys to speak up about things that like weigh you down, things that you just kind of let pass by that really bother you, but you don't say anything just to kind of keep the peace around you, because it kind of is affecting your own happiness. And like you feel like people don't appreciate you, then maybe communicate that to other people. You have the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. So there's like there's all these potentials around you. But it starts with you having the clarity and you speaking your own truth. You know, figuring out what's the truth, what's not true. You know, whatever you think automatically doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Just saying. You have expanded your gifts and abilities to teach others. Duality of philosophy is more than one idea or perception that can be worked with. This is your lesson right now, is that there's something about how you perceive things and how other people perceive things that doesn't necessarily mean one person's wrong and one person's right. It means seeing both sides, the panoramic view of that, taking that outside step and thinking like, you know, maybe you'd be surprised at how many people appreciate you. Maybe your vision of things and your wisdom is completely different than another person, but at the same time, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, because you have these like opportunities, this gift, something you really want to do, but it's like, what do you want to do? Like, what are you going to choose? For you to have love and this opportunity to go after what it is that you want, or to have this, like, to expand these talents, it starts with you kind of speaking your truth. exploring the unknown parts of your personality that we all have. Finding that balance and harmony in your life to manifest your desires. If it's a partnership, then being honest about what you've been through. You know, you have a lot of blessings, but you also have a lot of healing. And I think that your abilities are superior to other people, and it's a threat. But it's okay to embrace your individuality. Ten of Cups, Ten of Swords. So Pisces and Gemini. So Pisces, you have, I'm really bad at these Roman numerals. I think this is the moon. This is the moon. Five of Cups in reverse. Ten of Swords. This is a whole bunch of cards, but I'm going to take them just because I know Pisces is kind of going through it right now. So you have some people that passed away in your life that communicate with you, either through a mirror or like there's something to do with your siblings, or has something to do with like a wish that you've made, or something to do with like the karmic wheel in general. The doe and the lion stick out really, really far for like animals around you, but there's a lot of talents you have here, and there's progress, but it's just finding that balance, because some of you guys are really selfless people, but you deal with people that aren't that way. You're transforming in a way where you're being guided. You have a lot of like, there's these people that have passed away that meant a lot to you from your past, maybe when you were little. There's like there's an older woman energy here. There's, I mean, something that maybe someone regretted that was in your life that passed away, maybe someone when you were 8, or just, it could have been Aquarius or a Virgo or a Gemini. It's something to do with this person like genuinely regrets things from the past, but at the same time, it's really hard for them to change the way that they do things. It's really hard for them to communicate. It's really hard for them to, you guys mirror back to this person, like the bad parts of themselves, the emotions and stuff, like a lot of the things you guys have been through. Not only is this past life, but this is a twin, where it's really hard for this person to look at you and like communicate, because I think like you have this ability to, it's like a really intense emotional thing that this person doesn't like. Like like you guys channel with a lot of different spirits. And I think that something to do with the pregnancy, and there's a lot of like uncertainty here. And I think like your vision has changed. Maybe after you had children, your vision changed, or you're being taught now through your children or something like that. Your vision is being expanded to like a different level than you've been on. It has a lot to do with mental health. So you're going to start recognizing the symptoms in the people around you. And it's like your guides want to encourage you to take the time to heal, to take the time to take care of yourself, that you are healing. Maybe you can't see right now what's going on around you. There is a manipulative mother energy from the past that you already know about, that where you need to like, it's like something to do with money or like some type of ending here. But it's like at the same time, there's no point in stressing over people that don't even have their own shit together. Like this, whoever these people are, you already know that they're not, you're in tune enough to pick up on what's really going on. You're gonna notice a lot of people around you really aren't there's a pet that follows you around too. But it's like you're going to notice the behaviors in people, and it's going to start to make sense more about how that they think. Your femininity, your mother energy, people are afraid of that, especially this person in your life. And this person definitely wants to be of service to you. This person definitely wants to help you. but it's something to do with the job and like their health. And it's like there's going to be some issues, there's going to be some challenges, but at the same time, you have the right help and you have the right people by your side. You have the right family situation, I think, where you can transform this energy, but it's just manifesting it in the right way, expressing it, speaking it out to the universe. Some of you guys really do have mirror magic where you can like talk to, if you look at yourself through the mirror and you can like manifest that way. And you're going to learn more about that, but there's definitely encouraging to get like some type of crystal necklace, to get air plants in your house, to focus on your health right now, because I think some of you guys have had some issues yourself for a while, but you don't really have the confidence in yourself, so it like broke your confidence in a way because you feel like you're being lazy, but in reality you need to take care of yourself. So there's like someone who doesn't want to communicate about certain things, but at the end of the day, I think that there's something here that's transforming. It says psychic abilities at home are very strong. There's something to do with birds and a throat chakra, and it says you are a blessing to people in your life. You are being encouraged to pursue a career in health and wellness. Who is that? Gemini? If I can shuffle. Gemini, they're saying to start using some essential oils, accepting the fact that you're more capable of doing things than you realize or other people in your life are. There's a lot of fears surrounding some type of freedom, surrounding some type of mental illness perhaps. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust maybe what people say. Some of you guys had a really fucked up father. And it's like, maybe it's time to expand your spirituality a little bit around surrounding death and surrounding something to do with, some of you guys want to be, you need to ground yourself and then work towards, socializing more with other people, because you have like these memories that keep coming back around. It's like 360, but it's constant in your head and it's really fucking with you. But the more determination you have in yourself to overcome that and just realize that there is help around you, just understanding different parts of yourself so that you can be comfortable. The Eight of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Swords in reverse, with the King of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like Two of Swords. I think someone was unable to make a decision in the past, but now there's definitely this breakup energy, because I think that you tried to give CPR to a dead situation for a long time, and this person keeps coming back into your life and like wanting to make things right with you. But at the end of the day, like, I don't think you're happy. I don't know. It's like some of you guys, it's like half and half. Some of you guys, this person is someone you want by your side, and then you could kind of fix things with communication. The other half of you know that this person needs help that you probably can't give them, and it has something to do with their father. There's something to do with like an illness here, where it's like you can't be that father figure for them, or you need to figure out, is this person genuinely beneficial to your life? You know what I mean? Or are you trying to fix them because you have a void within yourself? Not everyone will understand you or your intelligence, and being a healer brings you happiness. something about your looks that you guys should change. Maybe it's your hair. Something to do with your crown chakra. Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, Nine of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, Four of Swords is trying to take Libra. Seven of Cups, Scorpio. Scorpio, you have a decision about something. Whether or not to accept the date or the Death card. Are we completely done with a certain career choice, or do we partner with another person? I feel like there's progress in your career for some of you, but it's finding the right people to work with, because I think there again, you guys had fucked up mothers. And even though I think a lot of you guys are sincere and you guys are respectful people, something about your presence to other people in your life is like, people take you the wrong way. So it's hard for you to find people to work with you, because I think you guys mirror some kind of mother energy that people have a problem with. There's like celebrity energy around you, whether that means like, and also some kind of like travel. You're going to be finding out something. Maybe someone you're dealing with is married, or that already happened. Death card, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Five of Swords, Star card, Six of Pentacles, and High Priestess. You already know about this Aquarius situation. And if you're dealing with another Scorpio, I feel like this person definitely watches you. I think that some of you guys need to work on healing a situation, maybe communicating. There's someone that is no longer here and that crossed over. I think that wants to help you or wants to show you something. Six of Pentacles is an equal give and take between people, and that's literally all you're looking for. But then there's still fuckery surrounding, maybe it's a fear, maybe it's needing to be brave to demand their respect. Maybe it has a lot to do with discerning. You have pizza all over your face. Not repeating the same mistakes, not holding on to things like that. I don't, it's not in here. Heart chakra is being illuminated, as well as the hummingbird and the deer. Five of Cups. Okay. Five of Swords is who? That is Aquarius. Hold on. Why is this so hard to do? Thick ass pizza. Yikes. Here, bring that to the table. Aquarius. I forgot to do a message for Scorpio. It says your family has a love that lasts forever. Damn right. Aquarius. Something to do with retrocognition. You're remembering something from your past. You're kind of in tune to... There's some manipulation, though. Do you intentionally manipulate people, or do you just come off that way because of who your followers are? You know those little puppy dog people that follow you around? Five of Wands, could be a Cancer. The Earth sign is a little bit salty. There's someone who has your attention, but there is a need for some of you guys to look into maybe some health issues. I think it has something to do with like your skin. It has something to do with maybe doing some type of vitamins. I'm not sure what kind of flowers these are, but I recognize the sunflowers. I know, is it sunflower oil that's good for something? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but you're getting an inspiration. You're being inspired to show, you know, communicate more with people around you, basically, and have more confidence and not be afraid of talking to people, not being afraid of a Scorpio, not being afraid of, you know, having that love that you had as a child or lack thereof. Your ancestors want you to communicate and make new friends. Study more energy and illusionary fears. It says you are achieving great success with patience, and someone feels like they are owed loyalty. But then there's someone helping you in your career, but some of you guys are supposed to be healers. Some of you guys are trying to listen. Maybe you're not listening to the right people. There's a lot of fighting around a certain situation, but it's like figuring out what makes you happy. Paying attention to your dreams. The anxiety is affecting you from being the person you're meant to be as a public image. Whoa. Aries. Aries, are you gambling too much? Some of you guys need to be careful when traveling too. Some of you guys are getting in quite a bit of debt. Some of you guys need to release some subconscious fears that have to do with your emotions, your ego, your mother emotions. Maybe it's not the right time to travel because some of you guys might have heart issues that you don't know about. Or you need to go to the doctor about some issues that you're having. Good Lord. Could be like a gluten allergy or something. There's also not being able to see. Something to do with a building too. Some of you guys do work around a building where something grows, or I don't know, something could be growing around the building you live in your neighborhood, and could be affecting your health. Seven of Cups, Sun, Ten of Swords, Six of Wands, Ace of Cups. Chariot card. if there was, so let's say there was an accident where there was some kind of like lawsuit involved, I feel like it's gonna go in your favor. Some of you guys are like dwelling a little bit lately about a family situation, but like some of you guys are going through an awakening right now where you really need to ground your energy and then move forward into the things that you're learning about, because there's a need for you guys to take care of yourselves, especially when it comes to your heart, especially when it comes to your blood. Like a balance. You need a balance in your life, because in order for you to get to where you want to go, there's got to be some changes made here. There's something to do with like some of the choices you're making, some of the water you're drinking for some of you guys, and your overall mental health is like, if you find it hard to make a decision, don't gamble so much. Don't do what people, especially when it comes to, I mean, I don't know. It's like they're saying keep an eye on the gambling, but then it's like you have good luck energy around you, so I can see why you're doing it. So what? You could have some issues surrounding a career, but at the same time, there's a need for you to listen to maybe someone you're married to or someone you're around. Something to do with like an inheritance from a death. I don't know if there's like a wrongful death or if there's some type of asset here or something maybe that was buried. Something to do with the 19 and 12. So something could have been buried on December 19th, or something to do with someone who died around that time. It's a person they were involved with. There's something was an accident, and just a sense of transitioning through that energy. But for some of you, it's like maybe some of the choices you're making is causing things to stop, or maybe you're trying to manifest, but you're like second guessing it and then causing just everything to stop. You have expanded your gifts and ability to teach others, and it says the duality of philosophy, more than one idea or perception can be worked with. Love is a battlefield. Yes, it is. You guys have the bear spirit around you. Who's next? Cancer. Some of you guys might have someone in your family, or you might be dealing with an aggressive type of cancer. You have some type of growth that might not be a big deal, but there's a need to transcend your beliefs about health and wellness and diseases and diagnoses, because whatever you think about as what's true will be. And sometimes we take a doctor's diagnosis and we kind of accept that, and that we don't have to do that, especially when it comes to the disease, things that are going on right now. You can heal from this, but you also need to figure out what changes you can make in your life at this point to prevent things as well. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Swords in reverse, Knight of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. I see heart issues. I see mental. You're not talking. You're some of you guys have a pet that is like the soul of someone that you lost. They talk to you. You can adapt to anything that you want to do, but at the same time, you need to stop listening to what other people have to say about yourself, about your life, about anything that goes on, something kind of discovery, and just know that you're going to get through whatever you're going through. And it's important to find something to laugh about, even if you don't feel like laughing, watching that makes you laugh. Going out and talking to people when you don't want to, whether or not it's your actual friends, whether it's other people. Finding a connection in another person is important for you, because some of you guys spend a lot of time like in captivity almost. It's like they're saying go outside, go for a walk, get involved in something in your community, volunteer. Nurture your inner child a little bit, especially when it comes to the 12-year-old you, and know that you might be at a crossroads in your life, but there's also like a need to take care of your heart now and take care of your bones and your skin, like, because some of you guys are dealing with like deterioration, and stagnant is going to make you worse. It says you have been depressed by work and responsibility of that. Some of things were sent to distract you. Someone feels like they owe you loyalty. Your philosophy transcends most sense of realism. So things you maybe don't keep to, it's like you're limitless. You guys either have ancestors and angels around you, or you like carry that blood or something along that line where you have an innocent soul about you. And the depression wasn't something that they want you to move around more. Figure out a way to deal with your feelings, and know that sometimes things happen in life that are accidents, and it's important for you to be gentle and compassionate with yourself. Leo. Get an essential oil diffuser for your house, Leo. Something with lemon or lavender. Some of you guys are your own worst enemy because of how you were brought up. Your fears hold you back. When in reality, some of you guys were abused. Some of you guys maybe the family situation wasn't the greatest for some of you guys, and I'm not going to say everything, but I just feel like there's a sense of appreciation for what you guys can bring to a table. Maybe you have a really good way of communicating with people, or, you know, seeing both sides of a situation, or, you know, figuring out maybe why people do the things that they do. And your determination and your loyalty means a lot to people. But there's also a need for you to think about the things in your life that are helpful and the things that just stress you out, because you're going to be learning something that might be hard for you to accept. And I think that it's important to never stop learning something new. Never stop going after your hopes and dreams, because everyone has challenges, everyone has stress, everyone has a career. Everyone does have people by themselves, whether or not they see them. But this is a huge time of health and healing for the collective, and it's important to understand that once your health is to a point that you can't bring it back up, you're going to have to pay attention to it. So everything in your life that you want to go on surrounds your health. So there's a need to pay attention to that. And you know, you can teach people how to treat you a different way without depleting your energy. It says, pay attention to when your children laugh and realize how much they help you. It says, you are creative and you are limitless. 9 of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, the 10 of Wands in reverse, and the 10 of Pentacles. You have a lot of gifts. You bring stability. You bring, maybe you guys give gifts to people that you care about, but at the same time, you knew that it was time to let go of this energy where this person, it's like you had hope for it, but at the same time, this person, you needed to free yourself from that. And now that you've done that, I think it's important to continue working on whatever it is that you're working on. Pay attention to yourself, not giving so much of yourself anymore to other people, because whatever decisions you make now for your life is definitely going to affect the way it moves forward. You can be helpful to people without engaging in their behavior. What? Yeah. 2 of Cups. So I have, did I do everybody? 6 of Wands. I think I might have. You did? I don't really get a chance to read any of these comments. It's important for everyone to have the right vision for their life at this point in time. It's important to realize a lot of people are awakening at different times. A lot of people have a lot of talents. A lot of people have a lot of desires. A lot of people can communicate well. There's different gifts for everybody, and in you guys taking the time to heal then brings blessings, and then those blessings are meant for you to teach other people and show the compassion to other people. But it takes bravery, it takes discipline, it takes courage. But just know that you have a lot of guides, you have a lot of protection, you know, that this is something that's very real, you know, that I think that there's a lot of changes that are like right on the surface, and some of you guys are really unaware of a lot of the gifts that you have. But I think that there's a really big emphasis on health at this point. So if you feel like you're stagnant in your life, or you feel like, you know, there's a reason why things aren't moving forward, it could be an underlying factor where maybe you were slowed down for a reason. Maybe there was something you didn't know that the universe like saved your ass from, and it could have been literal death for some of you guys, because that's the kind of energy that some of you guys were heading down to, because after a while things there's just no going back from, you know. So I think that it's just important to be proactive, listening to your dreams, listening to your intuition, not being so selfless to everybody anymore, you know, making sure that that energy is an equal give and take, because we need that, and that's not something that should be a character flaw. That should be common sense, you know. Not letting your fears hold you back from expressing to yourself and the universe what it is that you want, you know, that maybe you don't have the right people around you, or you feel like things aren't going the greatest at this point, but there's a need for a balance, I think, to get what it is that we want. And to reach that isn't easy. It's a really delicate thing, you know, and just one decision or one thing can overturn it. So finding that balance, and some of you guys realizing that it doesn't matter what anybody else says. Some of you guys are dealing with a lot of stress. Some of you guys are dealing with a lot of like soul renewal type things, and that takes a lot of time. It's not something that can be done overnight. You know, you're going through something, but the outcome is up to you. You know, what it is that you want to do with it. And by gaining the experience, you make the right decisions. If we didn't go through this, we wouldn't know what we wanted or what to choose. You know, that there can be success, that there can be receiving what it is that you want, but there's also a need to go through that transformation of the ugly parts of yourself that you don't really want to go through. And that's not easy. It's hard. And trying to remain positive on those days where you just want to, you know, kick the dog and tell everyone to fuck off, because it's going to be there. But at the same time, there's a lot of fear-based things in this society as a whole that hold people back and keep people at a certain low point. And it's time to recognize that a lot of things that you're told or you hear or you see aren't true. False evidence appearing real is kind of big right now. So maybe it's just time to pay attention to what's probably not true, and find something that encourages you, you know, find something that you can do on your own, where you don't have to do things by what someone else has told you or what you've been programmed to believe, because there's a sense of independence that everyone needs in their life, and not the hustle and bustle of the American dream, which, where does that lead, you know, for a lot of people? That there has to be an endings to certain things in your life to bring anything new. So if you're not going to end things with someone, or you're going to keep the same cycles repeating, then you're not going to have anything new come into your life. Probably the things that you genuinely want. That there's a way to make peace and get your wishes and have the right people by your side, but it really does start with you. And communication is really big for a lot of people. And courage, because we've lived in fear for so long. People don't even communicate anymore. People don't even talk. People don't even believe in themselves. People are so afraid to be anything. To do the same thing over and over and over for years. I think it's time to move on and move forward from some things, you know, and nurture your inner child for some of you guys. You know, appreciate the small things around you and be brave, and know that life is a journey, and we don't ever stop learning. We don't ever stop growing. Focusing on what it is that you want versus what it is that you don't want. Because all that anxiety about what could possibly happen doesn't help anything, and it doesn't change the outcome either way. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope that you have a good night. I've been on here kind of a long time. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, check out the About section of the channel.